After umming and ahhing for the past couple of months, Joseph Parker's fight against British heavyweight Hughie Fury, I just want to say that Hughie Fury, Matt, has finally been confirmed for May 6 at Auckland's Vector Arena. There's a bit of controversy surrounding the fight for the WBO World Heavyweight title, though, as our sports reporter Matt Chatterton is here to tell us. Say his name in a deep voice, Matt.
I can't do it justice.
Hughie Fury. Whoa! So what do we know about this guy?
Well, he is the cousin of former undisputed world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. They both trained together. They're both renowned boxers and back in Great Britain. Hughie himself, though, has got himself into trouble back in 2015. He's alleged to have taken a banned substance, steroid, and he was due to go to the British Boxing Board of Control, which sort of deals with all of these matters, and get this clarified before the Parker fight. It was supposed to happen in April, supposedly. It has now been set for after the fight, which is a bit of a concern for people back here who think, that's probably not really kosher, given that, this fight is happening, and is there certainty that Hughie Fury isn't, taking drugs in the lead up to this fight, and also his cousin Tyson is also suffering the same issue. Oh, you're right there. And also, thanks, The WADA has said that he has to be tested, and another issue is that Hughie won't be tested until the fight takes place in New Zealand, so he's not going to be tested in the lead up to the fight. Parker's promoter David Higgins held a press conference today to talk about this, and here's what he had to say about the integrity of the fight and whether Hughie not being tested could jeopardise it.
There's a saying, innocent until proven guilty. There are allegations that seem to be floating around, but it's not just boxing. Around many sports, allegations float around. Sometimes they're proven, sometimes they're not. That'll be dealt with in the future. For now, our job is to stage a world title defence, and the result will stand.
Now, unfortunately, that's not where the controversy ends from the Fury camp.
It seldom is in boxing, is it?
Yes, yeah, good old boxing. So Hughie's father, Peter, is his trainer and wants to come over and be ringside for the fight. Now, Peter has a long history with the law. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison in 1995 for possession and intent to supply amphetamines, and then was sent to jail for 2 years in 2008 for money laundering with drug money. So he has a checkered past. He supposedly is on the straight and narrow now, but is currently trying to work with Immigration New Zealand so that he can be allowed into the country for the fight. But obviously there are a number of issues surrounding, past drug convictions. So, yes, that's sort of where it stands at the moment.
Right. To be continued.
Yes.
Cricket, day one of the test, New Zealand, South Africa?
It is done and dusted for day one. 229 for 4 South Africa ended up on. We couldn't quite get out Dean Elgar, who is the opening batsman for South Africa. He's about 120 odd not out, so they'll resume tomorrow on 229 for 4.
What's the weather been like? Full day's playing Dunedin?
Yeah, great.
Go Dunedin.
Yeah.
Go Dunedin.
We need that up here.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Matt Chatterton, our sports reporter, joining us in the studio.